Hey, yo, episode 2,065. I mean, 265 of the We Made It podcast.
Only 265 more to go.
Yeah.
265.
Caesar, just go on YouTube right now. Caesar got a new shirt every time we record. Big balling out here. He got the horse.
First of all, there's zebras. There's zebras, all right?
My bad.
There's zebras on here. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to wear this shirt to piss off the Napoli president. That's all I'm doing, Doc. You know, animal indigenous to Africa probably upsets him as well. So I got you.
He's like, I better not see none of those in North Africa. It's too close to Italy.
he probably gets mad if you call that Africa. He's like, no. It's Italy. It's Italy.
This week, I wanted to do something. I'm not going to call Caesar out. Don't worry. I saw Jimmy Conrad do a segment on CBS. I'm just like, this really should be me and Caesar on there, but whatever. They'll just recycle the same people forever. And he did a top 5 best players in the world. And I was really annoyed. I could not believe it. This dude picked 5 forwards. I'm like, this is ridiculous, dude. Like, you are so whack and useless.
Before we do our list, can you provide Jimmy's list for the top 5?
Honestly, I forgot. I don't want to go his because it's some of the same, but
probably Messi number 1.
No, he didn't have Messi or Ronaldo. But at the same time, I'm just like, how are you going to say the best 5 players in the world? And it's 5 forwards. Like, obviously, you just need to get canceled. Just get rid of this guy.
All the best players in the world are strikers.
Like, this is really ridiculous, dude. So
my man plays video games.
Literally, in a sport where you get points for a draw, in a sport where you can have a good result and it's 0-0, you're telling me it's 5 forwards of the best players in the world? That's ridiculous. So I was like, you know what? Me and Caesar are going to do the all things considered top 5. All things considered being like, you know, you got to factor in age, you know, where this person is at in their career and things like that. But yeah, I want to get it started. What I'm going to do is, this is the We Made It podcast, top 5, all things considered, by position. Forwards, midfielders, defenders, goalies, even though goalies don't count, and even managers.
Okay.
What? Right? Managers don't count either.
None of them do tactics. Why would I pick a top 5?
But what we're going to do is, I'm going to say the top 5 that I put, and we can see if Caesar agrees or not.
Okay, fair.
So
that's actually a way better idea than the one you had before.
Unless you want to freestyle a top 5.
How about you just go first?
Okay. All right. Do you want to start with forwards?
No.
Let's start with forwards.
No, because after that, they're just going to turn a show off. Go to start the end.
Okay, let's start. Okay, I'm not going to start with goalies. Let's start with defenders.
You don't have to do goalie at all.
Yeah, let's start with defenders. Let's start defenders?
Yeah, defenders.
Okay.
And that's all, the whole back line.
Yeah, of course. And this is not in order top 5. This is just 5 of my top. I got Ferland Mendy, Joao Cancelo, William Saliba, Nacho, and Virgil van Dijk.
Everybody except for Nacho.
Oh, Caesar, stop it. Stop
top
it.
5 in the world.
Caesar.
You're a psycho for that.
Okay, I would debate taking off Saliba, but
I would debate taking off Nacho Fernandez off the top 5 in the world.
Caesar, okay, if anybody's gonna debate who you could bring in, it's probably Marquinhos, or Koulibaly. I'm not really gonna do Koulibaly in this situation because he's played Serie A this whole time, and like, you're not really getting the best competition in Serie A, and their like Champions League record is whatever.
I'd rather have Rudiger than Nacho Fernandez on the field.
Okay, that's good. Okay, but and then let me do Saliba. Saliba is young, and he had a really good season with Marseille. And I saw
not on a really good season on not a fantastic team too, which is a difference. It's a big difference when that's the case.
he was a key part of that team.
Going
Finishing
deep in Champions League or Conference League.
Yeah, and also finishing second place in France. He was a big reason for that. Now, why would I put Nacho over Rudiger? Let's not forget, Nacho can play any position in the back line. We're talking about somebody who's right-footed, who plays left back competently.
Okay. He is a certified utility man, but also, can I have a counterpoint to your point?
Yes.
One thing, Rudiger has played right back before, which is not crazy. He's played right back. But I would say if you were to put Rudiger at the center back position, I think he's a better center back than Nacho is.
Okay, but the list is defenders.
Okay, then, Mr. Politics. Okay. Still, I'm going to take Rudiger. I'd rather have Rudiger on my team than Nacho. 38 games in a season, I want Rudiger instead of Nacho on my back line. And I love Nacho.
Okay, I'm not even going to debate you. I'm not mad at that.
Okay.
I'm just saying
that's the only person I could think of that's like a big counterpoint to Nacho's probably Rudiger. Like 5 years ago, Van Dijk and definitely Rudiger. I could do Rudiger over Salah. Well, you know what? I'm gonna get Salah because he's young. Yeah.
But I'm gonna put Nacho over Rudiger just because he can play left, center back, and right back really well.
Which is also like a wild point for Nacho, but that's a point.
And not even like when I see Nacho play left back, he puts in crosses with his left foot. Like, it's not like he's got to like do this and go with his right. Like, he'll put in crosses with his left foot and they're good. But I'm not mad. Like, somebody could easily be like, "Bam, you're tripping." Actually, every single person that hears this is going to think I'm tripping because they don't watch football. But because you know Nacho and you're going to put Rudiger, I'll accept it.
I love Nacho. This is not a Nacho. This is a Nacho pro Nacho channel.
For sure.
Like, not biggest Nacho fans ever. No one's ever talked about Nacho more than us ever in podcasts.
No question. Okay, so let's go midfielders. Yeah.
This is gonna be a good one. I think I have a list.
Okay, Caesar, this was tough.
Okay.
I'm gonna say my number one midfielder first. Like, this is the midfielder I think is number one.
Number one.
Yes.
Not 5 through 1.
No, okay. I'm going to do the number one midfielder, and then the rest is no order.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Number one, and also I'm going to say this person because I was mad that Jimmy Conrad did not include him in his top 5 players. Number one midfielder, Kevin De Bruyne. Number one. I got to give it to him. I think he's not just a starter on every team, but he's a star on every team. And yeah, like, he makes your team so much better. He can do everything well. For some reason, like, he can run past people sometimes. I don't know how.
It's like the cruise thing where he just does an extra little space dribble.
and like, sometimes I'm like, I know you're not fast, but like, you're having speed a little bit right now, and it's making me annoyed.
Yeah, it's straight. He has ginger power. That's why.
Seriously. So I'm gonna put him. Now we're doing 2 through 5. I'm putting Fede Valverde, Guendouzi, Kimmich, and the last one was tough. This was tough. I'm struggling between, it's hard because we doing all things considered, and this guy is old, and this other guy is like younger. I was really struggling between Modric and Bernardo Silva.
I would take out Guendouzi and put Bernardo Silva, in my opinion. I would. Bernardo Silva's insane. Yeah.
I'll put Guendouzi because Guendouzi can step in as a defensive midfielder and as a more of attacking midfielder too. That's why I'll put Guendouzi. He's decent in the box as well. I like
people I can replace Guendouzi with.
You want to replace? Well, honestly, I put Kimmich. I put Silva over Kimmich, really.
Yeah, I just think Kimmich is like solid as hell. Like
He is.
He's a
is,
good
but
player. He's suspect, but he's a good player.
Well, yeah, but the only reason I could replace him is because I haven't seen him do it anywhere else. You know what I mean?
But I mean, he's won Champions League very recently too.
That was the asterisk Champions League.
Yeah, but also he's been doing it for a while. He won a World Cup.
No, he's a good player, but I haven't seen him do it like I haven't seen him do it in England or Spain or something like that. You know what I mean?
He won a World Cup.
Yeah, I don't know if he was there 2014. I'm not sure about that, but he and I've seen him play right back and in the midfield. He's a good player.
And I think that's crazy impressive to me, by the way.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, I seen Rongier do that too. It's not that serious.
Who?
I seen Rongier for Marseille play right back too last season. So it's not that serious.
All right, Doc. Big Marseille Bam. I think Guendouzi's a phenomenal talent. I think he's really good. I think that there are other players that I would still take over him in the midfield. I like Rodri more on Man City than him. I like Casemiro more than him.
Nah, we can't do that. We can't do that.
Yeah, we can.
You can't do Casemiro over Guendouzi. You cannot do it.
Yeah.
You cannot do it. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry.
I just did.
Guendouzi's more versatile than Casemiro, dude.
Against what?
What do you mean against? Huh?
Against what? When he plays against Stade Rem? What is this? Like what? This man has. I'm not gonna bank my whole damn future on this man balling out and just leg gun Conference League.
Okay, but also
Casemiro's a time and time again proven game winner champion. I'm taking that.
He also balled out at Arsenal too when he was like 20 and 19. Yes.
His 27 games at Arsenal when they were garbage. All right, that's good.
No, they went. Caesar, I think they went to the final.
They won nothing.
Okay, true. They haven't won anything.
Nothing.
They haven't won anything in a long time. But
this man is not a winner. He didn't win any trophies this year. He didn't win any trophies. Hurt the Berlin. He didn't win any trophies or whatever. Maybe he's to calm down his attitude and he can become a baller.
First of all, a 19-year-old
monster.
The 19-year-old doesn't win the trophy, but I think they went to the final of the Europa League that season. They lost to Chelsea. I think they did. But Caesar, we're talking about all things considered. You know what I mean? You're looking at somebody who's versatile. Ernesto. Freddie Valverde is extremely versatile. He can play defensive role and obviously can play winger. Kimmich is very versatile. Modric is just like unstoppable still. Bernardo Silva is also, Bernardo Silva is more offensive and he used to play winger with Monaco. And yeah, I just feel like Guendouzi is just all around, like when you're talking about like those positions in the midfield in a 3 or a 4, like he does it all really well. I feel like you never really see players do through balls anymore and he still does those. I got to give it to my boy.
Okay. Guendouzi is a fantastic talent. It's just not, this year, it's not the year.
If I was talking about defensive midfielders, obviously Casemiro's up there, you know. Rodri, I don't know. It's hard to judge Rodri in that system. They have so much possession, so it's like hard to see him like being a defensive midfielder, really.
Okay, that's fair. I just want to see Rodri play. I'm like, damn, that guy's good. Like,
he's solid.
I don't ever think I don't think negatively on that's a good player.
I don't think negatively anything, but when Man City has possession, it's not like him. It's the other players that are getting it going. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And he's kind of like remember that match against PSG where they just did the same thing over and over, and it was so annoying. I think they drew or lost.
What makes Casemiro better than him is like Casemiro will like just be like, I'm not putting up with this anymore.
Casemiro's definitely
either do an amazing switch of play, like he's so good at switch and play. He's great at passing. He's good at tackling, and he can crank it. Like he'll crank it, dog.
I would pick Casemiro over Rodri because you see Casemiro in the match have to do more. Man City just has the ball the entire time, so I don't see Rodri have to do that much.
True.
Real Madrid get caught out on counters. Like teams can get it cracking on Real Madrid a little bit. So you see Casemiro have to do more. You know what I mean?
You see talent having to fix those issues and stuff like that.
Exactly. But yeah, whatever. I mean, it's hard with midfielders anyway.
Midfield list is really hard. You know,
It's hard.
Any given year, one could fall off another time. It's like it's the most difficult and most stacked portion, I think, on the sport in terms of consistent talent. Like people always talk about there's millions of wingers, it's true, but I think there's more high-level midfielders than there are like high-level wingers.
Like Caesar, it annoys me that I can't include somebody like Marcel Sabitzer or even
Yeah.
It annoys me that like this person hasn't taken his career so seriously, because if he did, I'd feel like he'd be the best. Ndombele, like I still don't see anybody do the stuff I see Ndombele do.
Yeah, me too. Ndombele is like one of those guys where he's a prototypical example where you're like, probably in training, you're like, I have not seen a dude this talented in a long time. You know, if what's his name, the coach Pochettino said that this guy's as talented as Ronaldinho, I'd be like, you know what, dog? He's right. He is.
Like
not about freaking Capu or whatever. Like this is the dude where you're like, that is insane talent, size, niftiness. Like he has he's like everything Pogba wishes he was. I swear Ndombele is.
Caesar,
he wishes he could be like him.
The Ronnie Brown of soccer. He every time, like I seen this dude get around players in the middle of the park where every single player just passes the ball. I've seen him do moves on somebody that's like right in front of him in the middle of the park. It's ridiculous. And even somebody like Isco.
Yeah. And like, still run around, do all that and be like damn near 200 pounds. Like it's just seriously. Like it's insane. Like you're just like that. If I were to be have a soccer player, I would want to be like that style right there. Yeah. Both ways I'm good. Like there's no part where you're like, oh, he's really bad at that.
No. Sadly, sometimes
what is his drive though? Like what is you know?
Sometimes he can like blank out during the matches for sure. But even somebody like Isco, like between Isco and Ndombele, like before Ndombele was around, like it was like Isco's like, dude, like I don't see nobody like that.
When he, especially because like in the Isco era of him being like in his prime, it was like he's a winger, he's a cam, he's a midfielder, he's a center forward on Spain. Like that's what I talk about, why midfielder is the most talented position you need to be at and the hardest position, because any given day you could be called on and you can fill it. If you have the talent, you can fill that role. Like Isco, insane talent at his peak.
For sure. Okay, should we get into the forwards?
Let's do it.
I'm gonna say this person is number one also. All things considered, I gotta say the number one forward, Kylian Mbappe, for sure. Then the rest, this was like kind of hard, but it wasn't like I want to know more what you have to say about this one. I got Erling Haaland. Even though this person is getting up there in age, I gotta say Benzema. Honestly, Caesar, you know why I gotta say Benzema too? I watched when the Real Madrid versus Juve, and like Benz is like over here like really still like I'm like, dog, like there's no fall off. Like
no dude, I watched that game. I was like, why does he look like he just had a much needed break and he looks silkier than ever? Like there was like I don't want to say this, but like literally no drop off. Like none. Looked like it was just kind of whatever, because it looks like we're just gonna get the same guy again, like the same, and it's kind of scary to like say, like, it makes me uncomfortable saying that, like, because even like I'll watch Ronaldo and like there's like a small difference or a slight difference, or I mean I've been watching for 20 years, so it's different, but like Ben's, I'm like, come on, dog, that was like a 50 goal year. This year I'm down for whatever. Maybe it's gonna be on the Brazilians' backs to ball out this year. This year, I'm like, God damn, I don't know. Y'all gotta watch out. It's still the best striker, still the best 9 in the world, hands down. For sure. The best 9 in the world.
Okay.
Crazy that like no team was like, fuck it. Like, why not just shell? Why not just shell out? Like, you know, like I don't know.
I think he likes his life in Madrid.
I can't imagine anybody giving him a proposal that he's down for. He's probably, dude, like, no, my life is great.
Seriously. So I got Mbappe, Erling Haaland, Benzema.
Is this no order?
No. The only one that was in order was Mbappe. Like
Mbappe has the crown, best striker in the world.
100%, and also because his age. Erling Haaland also, although when I was looking up Erling Haaland, he has not played 30 matches in a season ever. And so I'm like, he's got some.
He doesn't have like a long historic career, but
No, he doesn't. But he played 3 seasons with BVB. He played 1 season in Salzburg. So that's 4 seasons, and he's never played 30 matches in a season. He does have some. He has some injury issues early, but this season with Man City, like there's a lot of. This is his first season with pressure for real. So we'll see how he goes. Mbappe, obviously, like we haven't seen Mbappe in like the most competitive situation, playing in PSG. What it is. But like obviously, you watch Mbappe, is like he can do it anywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't look at him and go, "Me, can only do it in France."
No, not even, dude.
He could literally do that anyway. He could do that in the India Super Premier League if he wanted. It doesn't really matter, dog. On those trash fields,
he could like do that for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, he could give him like a full year. He could run wide receiver Dallas Cowboys for sure.
Yeah, he'd be fine.
He's a crazy talent.
Yeah. So the last two, okay, okay. This is who I put. Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane.
I think it's over Sadio Mane, dog.
Okay, so who do you think?
I don't think it should be Sadio Mane.
Would you agree
with to Sadio? Sadio legend.
Would you agree with Salah? Would you agree with Salah?
I agree. I was watching that Liverpool Man City game, and it's like he still has that Roma burst. The Roma days, like when he had that first loan from Fiorentina to Roma, which is like the 2 biggest years I ever seen him. Those are 2 years where my eyes are like this. Like I know people talk about the Liverpool era, phenomenal. Like not even hating, incredible. Like first year Liverpool, untouchable until his shoulder gave out on accident. But when he got loaned out from Chelsea, I've been watching Basel. He's pretty nasty. Whatever. Got loaned out. Played at Fiorentina. Me and Bam came across that. This was Bam's early. This is like Bam like getting into soccer too. Bam was like, "Look, dog, I don't even like lefties. This guy's insane."
Caesar, I remember. I don't know if it was for.
Remember, he was like I think he was on team with Coronado like that. He was like running out there.
See, I don't remember if it was when he was with Fiorentina or Roma, but I feel like it was Fiorentina.
Me too.
I remember him like getting the ball, maybe like 20 yards before the halfway line. And just going, and he like just kicked the ball through Bonucci's legs, like megged him from like 10 yards away, and just ran and got the ball.
It's crazy because like he's like the only guy who like, it's like when you watch him, you're like, when he starts going, he's gone, and he looks like the only one of the few players in the world looks like he's faster with the ball than without it. Like he has like no speed drop off with the ball, and like he looks so good. Like he keeps a super like messy touch dribbles, like. His dribbles are so tight, and that's why even though he's left-footed and like there's an angle, it doesn't really matter because his dribble's so tight. He's able to just finesse his way in there with just insane talent. And then when he went to Roma, he was like on X Games mode. It was insane, dude.
You know what I feel like would make me or other people kind of question Mohamed Salah is that insane season he had with Liverpool. Like he broke the record. So it's like that's like he's not supposed to have a season like that. But when you have that, and then like obviously every season after that, you're gonna have like worse numbers. You kind of be like, oh damn, is he falling off? But it's like, no, he just had an crazy. No,
crazy season. He literally was scoring. What was he averaging? Like he was averaging like 9.9 goals a game, like his average. He was damn near a goal every single game. It was insane. He was going absolutely insane, dude.
Yeah, so it's like it's kind of tough. It's like, well, damn, like is he like in your mind?
In my perspective, I don't see it as a knock. I'm just like, wow.
No, it's not. But it's just like you just remember that season. So if he has 20 goals, you're like, damn,
fell off.
Yeah. And
when it's like 20 goals, I'm like, sheesh,
that's a good season.
God damn.
Yeah, that's a great season, actually.
Yeah, no, Mo Salah deserves that spot. He's phenomenal. He dyed his hair a little bit this year, trying to get that swag off. You know what I'm saying? He living good out there in Basque. He's good out there in the French Riviera, on the boat with his hair dyed. I was like, living life, big dog. Okay, I'm not snitching, no.
Okay, so who would you put in the 5th spot instead of Sadio Mane? Because I was thinking maybe Lewandowski. I was thinking maybe Lewandowski, but I don't know.
Can I say a controversial one since all you've done is controversial ones?
I mean, I don't think I have, but
You
go
had
on.
a controversial person every single list. You put freaking Guendouzi and Nacho Fernandez.
Yeah,
So
they're
I'm gonna
both
put
ballers.
someone that I feel like doesn't get the love he deserves, and I undoubtedly, pound for pound, there's nothing that this player can't do the other players can. Like he
Can I
can
take a
do
guess?
anything anybody else can.
Can I take a guess?
Yeah.
Jonathan David. No, I'm joking.
No, what the? Tell you one thing, he's not from this side of the world. Maybe his parents are. His
Okay,
parents
who?
are in this part of the world. I think it's Memphis Depay, dog.
Caesar, I almost did it.
Because
I almost did it.
I think
Did
the only reason he's fallen off is because he took a gamble going to Barcelona when no one wanted to go to Barca. He went last year, and you saw that we watched Barca games. Bam, it was rough out there. Rough out there. I mean, it was people were thinking Nico Gonzalez is good. I mean, you know how it's down bad right now. This big old giant Spanish dude is not that good. Okay. They were starting Eric Garcia last year and Araujo, who was just straight speed and muscle, no technique last year. The Uruguay earlier, Uruguay was just wilding last year. Okay, he was a tackling machine. We all saw this too. He's gotten a lot better. I'm not even hating. This is like I'm just saying he's a raw talent at the time. Team got better over the course of the year, but they were rough. They were losing it by a kind of Falcao was dropping like deuces on them. Like, come on, dog. This guy, every time you watch him play, you're like, I don't know what the hell position he's in. I don't know if he's a cam right now or a winger or a center forward, but watch the hell out. That OL run where he was the captain's band running the 9, I've never seen a team look so good. They looked amazing with him up there. They look lethal. They look good. And sometimes the ball just don't roll because it was dangerous out there.
Caesar, they beat Juve and City.
No one talked about that. No, because it's a farm league, right? Then what league is Juve in?
And
is
City.
it a farm league?
And City.
Is Man City in a farm league? No. Depay is, and then we saw the Inter highlight. You can say it's against Inter, my friend. You don't know what it's like to be a player. If that was the case, he would be doing it all the time. Listen to me, my friend. This guy is what you want to be in a striker. I think he's the perfect build, size, ability, just insane talent. I think that if he was on any other team, imagine if Man City had signed him. He would have been ridiculous, dog. He's literally a combination of Haaland and Alvarez, like just in a smaller, more powerful frame. He would have killed it on that team. So he could start on any team in the world, any given day. And I just think that he just got the short end of the stick, and I feel bad for him. Like he's an absolute professional about everything. He got the short end of the stick for going to Barca. If he went to Barca this year, it would have been crack-a-lacking. But because he went last year when it was Struggleville and no trophies, it didn't matter. And people only cared when Auba came. I'm like, dog, Depay was there the whole time, and then he got injured, and now he's back. So it's like he looks good, dude.
And honestly, like for however he's been characterized in the past, and like, oh, he's a rapper, whatever. There's never been any controversy around him ever. No. Like never once.
This is not even the place, but I think it is important. I think how you carry yourself in a professional aspect is important. When I watched all those Barca interviews, just to me, absolute professional, like
100%,
literally like doing 3 languages, dressing very nice, speaking very calmly. Like I just like that stuff to me is like impressive. And the fact that he shows like through his controversies of everybody going to Man U, getting the 7 jersey and doing terrible after, usually after that, especially what the English media and fans want you to do is fall apart. He made a redemption arc. He battled back. This dude went from Man U to like being one of the biggest signings with Martial on the same team, and he went and redeemed his career at OL, which is like just big respect to him. And now I see him as one of the best players. I think he deserves to be on a list on just pure talent alone. And he's in his prime.
Yeah,
I want to see it.
I'm honestly,
you know, BVB. If he went to BVB right now, he would go crazy.
Honestly, I almost did it. I would never forget Memphis Depay. This dude did a through ball, and 2 Rennes players like dove and tried to get like it went.
It looked like the Mike Vick highlight when they ran into each other on the Vikings.
I was like, I never seen a ball where he got it so perfect. This dude tried to slide and get it, and then another dude after.
When he's like cunning. Like he's a cunning player. Like
he's really good.
You only really see it if you're like a true, like if you're obsessed with talent, like you'll see little things. You're like, damn, dog. Like, yeah, he may not have a goal this game. But you're like that play he did, filthy. Like,
and also a real leader. I never forget when the Lyon fans were they like had a sign about that center back Marcelo, and they were like making fun of him. And he was the captain of Lyon, and he ran up and like ripped the sign up and like was defending Marcelo. And no, he's like a good person, and he's a really good player. It was actually really funny. I seen this in the Barcelona like training video. Thierry Henry came to training.
I saw that video too,
and it was really funny because like you could tell Memphis Depay was like, really excited to like meet him, and Henry did not care.
And Memphis Depay, that was the most American thing Depay ever did, by the way.
Well, okay. So Memphis Depay went to go like dap him up, and it was like
a real dap, by the way. He was like a fob dap. It was like
he was like all excited and like wanted to talk to him. And Henry was like, "Oh, hi." And then like Ansu Fati walked up, and Thierry Henry was like all excited for Ansu Fati. I'm like, "Damn, dog. I was kind of mad about that." I'm like, "Damn, dog. No."
I'm not gonna lie. I watched that video and I read the comment. I was really pissed. I'm
like, dog,
because like it just sucks. Like,
I don't want to call him the COO word. I was like, dude, like, are you over here tap dancing for Barcelona because this is like a young Barca dude? I'm like, this is Memphis Depay, dude. This is a real.
You know, Henri's like, probably Frenchman. I don't like Dutch people or something like that. That's probably some racism going on there.
I think he's just
a little Dutch French. Hey, that's all good, big dog.
I think he's just tap dancing for Barcelona, and this is like the young Barcelona talent. He's all excited.
He's wearing the 10 jersey.
But I'm like, dude, like this is Memphis Depay, dude. Like for sure, he grew up watching you, and he's a really, really good player. He went to France and went to France. Lyon went deep in Champions League, deeper than well, I guess PSG went to the final last season, but like bringing OL deep into Champions League.
He went
and
to,
you over here
shunning
him.
Band. He brought OL to them with the most insane lineups. Like this dude had Toko and Combi out here looking on his team, or what is it, Toko, right? Toko and Combi. Those guys went deep, by the way. That team, okay? It's not like OL had, Phil Foden and like, the mega stars. No. It's just, I think that like I can really see him seeing Henry as like a player he look up to. For sure. Especially being like a young black kid in Europe, like look up to. I didn't even have the European channels, but when I would have an opportunity, I would always watch Henry. When I had the old FIFA game, I used to always go pick Arsenal because Henry was on there. Everyone was an Henry fan. Everybody loved Thierry Henry, especially any minority that watched soccer loved Henry. Like he was that dude. So yes, I'm watching the clock. Yeah. So Depay's gonna forever get love here. I saw that video. I felt bad for him too. I was like, damn, dog. Like I was like, that's messed up. Like
Henry was like, oh, what's up?
It's just fanboy, and he's such a fanboy. Like Henry is such a especially like, come on, dog. You know what Barca did to you on your way out. They played you out too. You was expedited pieces on Barca. You wasn't even special.
Didn't he go from Barca to Red Bulls?
Dog, you were extra pieces, homie. Like you were actually taking up room. I bet David Villa would have rather played than yo ass out there. So I don't even know what you were doing, dude. Like you sort of like you had a special career at Barcelona. People forget that you were there.
And honestly, I wanted to do a
hater. I'm being such a hater off the dap. I'm so mad about the dap.
Caesar, I wanted to have a segment, an episode where we talk about why Thierry Henry doesn't get like more props. And now I'm not doing it.
No, fuck that. No. You don't deserve the props.
Because Caesar, honestly, like you don't even know. I saw that. I was like, oh, that's dope. Like Memphis Depay's gonna meet Thierry Henry. And Terry was like, oh, hi. And
I thought they were going to have some cute ass. Seriously. I thought they were going to have a cute ass English conversation between a Dutchman and a Frenchman, just having some real cute English together. Like, hey, my bro, what's good? I was like, oh, it's about to be mad cute. This is two different countries speaking English, both black guys. Let's see it. And it's like, hey.
And then,
bro, like,
I was so I'm like
over here. Ansu Fati. So Ansu Fati, whenever I see him in interaction, I'm like, he looks so like boring, and like nothing's interesting to him.
Ansu Fati just like didn't even care. He was just like, oh,
Dembele's
hey,
more
like,
exciting than Antofagasta. I watch Antofagasta. I don't think he cares about anything. He's just like always looks lifeless.
he's too young. He didn't watch
He's a
Thierry
baby.
Henry.
No,
He's
of course
too young.
not. Dog, Henri was on the cover of like FIFA 02. Isn't Antofagasta born like 03? He wasn't even born yet, dog.
Exactly. I'm like, dog, like, I just was really mad. Thierry Henry, this is Memphis Depay, dude.
This man grew up watching just Ronaldo. That's about it.
Yeah, exactly. And Messi.
Like, he was like, these guys are all still playing.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, Mane, you're out of there, dude. We're putting Memphis Depay. Honestly, I wanted to do it, but I was just like Mane
I feel like Mane
AFCON.
went to a team with a deep winger setup. I don't really know what the deal. They have Sane and they have the Weekend on there. I don't really know what they're gonna do with Mane.
I think he's gonna play the ninth.
Depay, I just feel like he could still start anywhere. I feel like we're gonna start seeing the little bit of the decline of Mane now.
Yeah, I think so
a
too.
little bit. Because I don't think he's the same. He's still insane. He was one of the most insane players I've ever seen. Bam called it like Bam said back when he was on Southampton, he was better than Messi.
I was like, who's this guy? This guy's better than Messi.
So yeah, I want to see Depay at a new team with opportunity to play. I don't care if it's a free transfer, what the hell they're doing out there, but I would just love to see that because I really enjoy watching him play. I think he's a phenomenal talent. I want to enjoy that time enjoy his time while he can as well.
Caesar, you know what I think is going to be like the proving thing for Memphis Depay is the World Cup.
Yeah, because he does get it cracking on Netherlands. He gets it cracking, and he's like damn near the captain or second captain on the team.
And the Netherlands been playing really good.
They have been playing good.
And
I got the best jerseys.
Yes, and I could see with those midfielders they got.
What if he has a phenomenal World Cup?
Oh, Caesar, Caesar, he's gonna have a good World Cup for
That'd
sure.
Be really good, dude.
I would not be surprised if Netherlands mess around and make it to the final.
What if low-key, last minute, I'm gonna say something wild. What if low-key Depay is like kind of being wild or like protesting Barcelona because of the mistreatment of De Jong? He's like, dog, y'all don't pay De Jong, get me out of here.
Well, Caesar,
Dutch Alliance, dog.
Caesar, he's not even doing it. He's not even protesting anything.
He's honestly being an absolute professional, honestly.
They want to get him out of there, which I understand. And Xavi was kind of saying like positionally, he doesn't really like Depay that much. Depay isn't a traditional position player, but either way, they're not going to have a player like that. And I hope Depay is on a good team, gets it cracking.
Any team where you could play like a cam or a false nine would be ideal to see that.
Anywhere I can watch him play. Anywhere he goes, I'm going to watch him play no matter what. Same. Unless he goes to MLS
or Italy. Ben's not watching Italy.
Sorry, bro, you're dead to me. But anyway, episode 265, we made a podcast. The All Things Considered Top Fives. Holler, we got 30 seconds. Caesar got zebras on his shirt.
Bam is trying to make this end right now.
Yes, because Caesar gets mad. But anyway, holler.